first had the idea for this video when I saw Brick Science. That was kind of fun. But when I saw Brick Science's video on a Lego arcade out of a PS5, so I thought, why not do it with the Switch? Alright, let's get over. Anyway, you got the controllers right here. You just slap those on there, it makes an amazing sound. Anyway, back to the thing here. I'm using basically an example from his video, so I don't need necessarily this controller right here. To make it more accurate, I have to put them both together as a pro controller, and I'll be able to follow his example better. But that's not really going to work either. So, we take Nintendo Pro Controller. Yes, this is an off-brand. Yes, okay, I know, people, I know. It's cheaper. So, anyway, this is going to be the screen. Here we're going to have this. Buttons and all sorts of stuff and gizmos here. So a lot of credit to Brick Science. Oh man, so much. Brick Science! Brick Science. But anyway, here's this base here. This is going to be the base plate controller holder thingy for this test model. Okay, now we have the main base for it here. Yeah, these buttons are getting pushed back here. It's maybe a problem to get the actual gameplay, but we can fix that. But right now, for the buttons, I just have this little Technic slot right here, which matches up these four divots, each of those. And then I've got a axle and circle piece. Put that in there, and then each one of those will go here, and it clicks perfectly. But we need 4 of these, but that's no problem. Close it up. There's 4 of those for us. Now I'm just going to be using the snot brick. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like doing that. Anyway, we're going to put that there, and then we'll clip the Technic little holes here right there. And then that makes for a little easy push right here. So, just like that. The one on the side. Okay, I think it's built up enough to the point where it works, but there is a problem here. So while this is here, these two push perfectly fine, but this one doesn't and this one doesn't. They're off the tracks just very slightly. So now we got the buttons solved. Now we just gotta work on something for this joystick here. I wanna remove this just a tiny bit while I work on the joystick. So I just realized that on this controller, it's about the same size as a 2x2 circle plate. So obviously, what if I build something like this that this would fit perfectly into? So now, if I just put this around here, it's like fits absolutely perfectly. Like, it's genius. I gotta do it one more time. Science! It's so much fun. Leave a like if you think that was planned. Now it's time to test out this joystick right here by taking the switch. Oh, it worked. Now, I noticed when I'm pushing it this way, it collides with this brick, so I am going to have to take that off. I actually might just take this whole layer off right here, so. And for the joystick, I'm actually going to end up swapping this weird dish piece out with just a regular one, so I can end up sticking an axle through to use the joystick. Works perfectly, just like the other one. Alright guys, we're back. The joystick here, I went with a little different approach than he did. I would put that over there, using 2 half plates, circle plates, and now its joystick moves freely. His first idea, he tried it with a tire. I tried that as well. Don't do that. It does not work. If you ever wanted to make this, I mean, this does work. You just can't be too aggressive with it. But look at this. Down, up, right, up, back button, and X, and we're back. Yeah, this button did break, but it's just good now. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I can't wait to play like an actual game with this. It'd be pretty cool. I like how like bounces, but it gives like a real one. Okay, well, it's pretty neat here. We got one right here. Set here. Okay, and now we have this kind of bar around here that'll give it this free movement area. Now I can just really move throughout this here. Turn that out pretty good, I'd say. And the main controller base right here is pretty much done. I mean, if you look at this right here, I'll do one final little test. Perfect. Upward, downwards, right, left, it's all perfect. Now we just have to, almost perfect. So all we have to do now is build a normal base with this and the right colors, and we should be perfectly fine to put this right into an arcade. So I've progressed a little bit here. Maybe this is what I've done. I've got a whole black frame here now, along with the buttons that, they pretty much work. And then we have a black frame going all the way around with some red on the sides. We have a cool design on this side here. And the same right here. Joystick works fine. Now I just gotta build the back. Noticed from how many studs this is long, this slides in perfectly in between these. So I'm going to put some rests up here and find the perfect height for this. Now I've got this really awesome trim right here, just using some of these sloped over pieces right over that gap. Place that there. Place that there, and it's perfect. Now I'm just going to line this with some flat tiles. We should be good. And now that we've lined the sides, it's all coming together. We just have the console stand right here. Just gotta make more back support, and this should be looking pretty good. And now I've got the support beam back here, and I've interlocked it in between the two sides. Now this is very sturdy. Added some more side plates, and the joystick works, the buttons work, looking pretty good. So I realized the joystick wasn't going left, so I ended up having to take a piece out of here, and I'll just tile it off with some flat plates. There, looks better. Now we can actually go left. Now we can set the switch inside this. You just have to build a casing around it and it'll be perfectly good to play. Now I've got this part on the top here so it's nice and smooth. I'm just gonna add some finishing touches like this fire right here. One there. One there. This thing is looking pretty cool. Wow, I have to say, this looks pretty cool. I am so happy with the way this turned out. It honestly looks like a real arcade game. That first fell off. Yeah, this looks like amazing. Now all we have to do is just turn it on. We're good to go. Alright, because this is an arcade machine, I will be playing an arcade game. Let's say Mega Man. Alright, and here we are. Let's go Iceman. Okay. It's definitely pretty tricky. Oh, the jump button got stuck. No. Got him. No. No. Try it again. Oh. We're running through it. We're running through it. Yes, we need his help. No! I ran into him. Alright, now here we have Contra, another old arcade classic. I'm gonna go ahead and play the old arcade Contra. I was actually in an arcade, so it kind of makes sense. Oh, let's go easy. Alright. What is happening? Alright, here we go. How do I shoot? How do I shoot? What's this? Oh, a laser gun? Oh, it's blowing up. Am I drowning? Swimming, okay. Ah! That ended quick. How do I continue? How do I continue? What button is it? I don't know. Well, I'd say this is a huge success. I mean, we got a working joystick. Oh, almost. Like I said, we have a working joystick that actually does work. Just said that. It's really cool. We also have 4 buttons here. And a lot of other just overall cool details to this thing. We have some flames, some color. That blue doesn't really look the best, but we'll just leave it. You know, the whole back. This is white. And if you want to turn the switch on or off, you just take off this little part, and then you can do volume and all that. But yeah, leave a like if you guys think it was a success. It took me quite a few tries by trial and error, and a big shout out to Bricks for kind of giving me the inspiration to build this. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. First of all, I think you should click on this video that's up in the top left corner right here, and you'll probably like that video. And as well, you should check out this video right over here where I made a Lego pinball machine. Quality is not as good as these new ones, but still watch it.